Hey, this is Schizophrenia Sucks with Nick. Is that my real name or is that my nickname? I don't know. I guess this will be about schizophrenia in the gym, and I guess it might also be about major depressive disorder, which is the type of schizoaffective disorder I have, the major depressive type. I've had major depressive disorder for over a decade before I had schizophrenia, and then I got schizophrenia, and I've had that for like 6 years. So I do know the difference, and there's a definitely, uh, I'd say I've gotten worse when I got schizophrenia, but I've gotten a lot better since when I got schizophrenia, if that makes sense. And I used to go to the gym and really, really enjoy it. Like I used to not be able to actually make it at a certain time. I used to like get ready for the gym at like 3 p.m. and I may not leave for the gym till like 6 p.m. or possibly later, just because I was so exhausted and I wouldn't be able to keep a set time. But I didn't have to keep a set time, so that might have been it. Now I'm actually going and I go with some friends to, I don't need them to encourage me, but I want them to go, right? I want everybody to improve themselves. I'm trying to be a loving person. I think I'm doing that pretty well. So going to the gym and encouraging that is like a loving type of thing to do. It's good for your health. It's good for your appearance. It's I think God wants you to go to the gym, or at least like keep yourself physically healthy. I'd recommend the gym. Um, but I used to go and enjoy the gym a ton, and I used to feel super happy after. For like half an hour, I felt like obnoxiously giggly and happy. I was just overwhelmed with chemicals and obviously endorphins and just feeling amazing. And I would go and be able to play video games after, right? Which seems like, oh, video games, wow. Like, but no, that, believe it or not, that does require some amount of energy. So, now I'm dieting, which is maybe a factor. I'm not sure. I have to diet for a while because I gained a lot of weight. I gained uh, over 100 pounds on psych meds, like net, and I probably gained like 130 or something total because I had to get on risperidone for a few months again and I gained weight back. Right, like actively trying to diet, I gained like 25 pounds. It was horrible over like 3 months, and yeah. But anyway, so this is about the gym though. So the gym, I used to love it and enjoy it so much, and now it's like I'm kind of having to retread back from like I'm not lifting very heavy. Um, like I'm not weak. I'm probably stronger than like 95% of men, and that's okay, I guess. But like for being like the perfectionist, um, like super intense INTJ type A, it's really not anything. It's kind of like a joke. So I feel like it's like when I was 18 and I'm 36 now, I could bench press 245 for 5 sets of 5. And right now I'm only benching 190, and it's taken me about 2.5 months to do that. And my squat is only, it was 230 today for 5 by 5. So like I'm getting there, but it's also kind of a little bit demoralizing because I feel like I'm weak and I have to just do the same weights again, and I'm just waiting to diet anyway. I don't even care about the weights that much, but it's not fun. Like I don't enjoy it. Um like I used to. Like I enjoy it to a degree. Like once I start my squats by the third set, I'm in a good mood, but it's not like it used to be. It's sort of like it feels like somewhere between 10 to 50% as much joy. And after I don't get super happy. Like that's gone completely. And I don't have energy after. After I go to the gym, I'm like, all right, maybe I'll eat something and I can barely get in the shower. And I just want to lay in bed and maybe watch YouTube. So that's been a huge change. Maybe it'll be more fun when I get stronger. So my bench used to be 265 for 5 sets of 5 at 210 pounds, which is not like a huge accomplishment, but it's pretty good. It's stronger than probably like 99.9% of people, something like that. I don't even know. So I did get pretty strong with major depressive disorder. I put all my energy into the gym because I was hoping the gym would solve my health problems, and it obviously didn't. But being lean and having your testosterone high is also going to give you more energy and help you out. So I was trying to maximize my health, right? And at that time, I was actually atheist. So, yeah, now I don't really feel very motivated for the gym as much. Like, I don't want to go, I don't feel excited for it. I have to use a lot of mental tricks with motivation that I've talked about to go to the gym, and I don't enjoy it. And it's even worse. I have like these voices that not voices like hearing voices, but I have like these intrusive thoughts almost, and it's like, oh, like why don't you quit, or oh, why don't you go home, or what are you doing? And I feel really bored like between sets. Like before, I never felt bored between sets, and even with music now, I still feel bored. It's like I feel like I should be doing something, like I'm wasting time or something. So I don't know if I need to have like a podcast on or do something else now, but I really don't like the downtime. Like I only have 3 minute rest periods. I used to do 5 minute rest periods, and I would not feel like I was wasting my time. It's almost like an anxiety about wasting time that I have. And even walking to the gym, or I feel like, oh, like you can go back or you should go back. And it's really horrible. I hate it because walking is super easy, right? Like right now for me, walking is just super easy. Like lifting weights takes a little bit of effort. Um, and I overall find it pretty easy for me. And so yeah, it's really like I'm losing weight, like or not losing weight, but my weight's going up, but my pants are like falling off, like I almost need a belt. So I'm definitely doing a body recomposition, and I'm making progress. I'm making tons of progress on the lifts themselves, which I don't care about. I'm just dieting. Like I want to get in shape because I want to get a wife. So right, like if you want to get married or be in a relationship, you have I think you have an obligation to be as attractive as you can to like satisfy the other person, right? Like you want to make sure you're attractive for your partner or whatever, and not like you don't have to do crazy extreme stuff, but right, like I think with the obesity epidemic and all that, we should really be focusing more on our physical health, and not just for looks but also for health. So like the gym is super important. There's a million reasons to go. And I missed Friday because of schizophrenia, but in 2.5 months, I've only missed like 1 or 2 days due to like mental health. Like I just couldn't go. I was so tired. I was in bed all day. I might have been able to go, but I might not have. And since I got a like minor injury, it would only been like 1/4 of the workout anyway. Um, so it wasn't that big of a deal, but I still don't like that. I really despise missing the gym, even if it's a quarter workout. And my injuries were fine today, um, so that's great. I've gotten injured like 3 times since I started the gym, which is a lot, but they're very very minor injuries. So like something that'll heal in like a week. So that just comes to the territory. I'm like have good form, um, all that stuff. Right, like I know what I'm doing. I've done it before, so yeah. But I really don't enjoy it. And those demoralizing voices, like I literally have to cut them off instantly, and then like how was I say flow in, like flood in positivity, and oppose them actively. So I'll hear like, oh, like why don't you just leave? It's like something like that, like, and I'll just have to go, no, you're here, you love it, it's great, you're getting in shape, you're losing weight. This will help you get a wife. Like this will help you be happier. You're doing it. You're here. Stay here. And I have to kind of like really flood myself. And I'm listening to like positive, uplifting Christian music too, right? So you think that would kind of stave those voices off, but it just so much negativity. I don't know if that's from the schizophrenia, if that's like because I listened to negative voices for so long, my mind has become negative, or what. Because when I had major depressive disorder, I never had this. I like would go to the gym and I would never hear anything like this, and it's so hard. Like it makes me really want to give up and go home. Like I really feel like, oh man, I really want to go home. Like I want to go home, eat food, and lay in bed. And I hate it because I used to love the gym so much, and now I kind of don't enjoy it like anhedonia. So, it's horrible because I used to feel so good after the gym, and now I do feel good, but it's not like it used to be. So I really feel like I'm gonna make another video about schizophrenia being the thief of joy, because it really can be for certain people like myself. And even with like progress and getting stronger, and every time seeing the weights go up, because I'm like, you have muscle memory, which is like you basically, if you've lifted before, your body keeps like the nucleus of the cell, so you get strong again quick. So I'm getting strong again quick. I'm stronger than all my friends. I have fun with my friends. I like going, and I still struggle with like these, not, they're not voices, but they're I don't even know if it's called intrusive thoughts, but it's so hard. Like, and I make sure I eat before I leave too. So I eat like 1,000 to 1,500 calories before I leave for the gym. So I should have energy, and I'm trying everything I can, all these mental tricks, and I still get that negativity. Like today, I really wanted to leave, like several times. I hate it. And it's like I'm worried that I'm going to listen to the voice sometime and I'm going to leave. And I'm like, no, you can't leave, because if you leave once and you'll do it again, right? Like, I have a rule for the gym that I've had for years, that you have to go to the gym and you have to do your warm-ups. And then if you don't feel good after that, then you can quit. But now it's like I have to do a few sets of squats. I think it's changed. So I like usually by the third set of squats, I feel an extreme mental change to where I won't leave the gym. And the negativity kind of doesn't matter. But before that, like putting on my shoes and I'm not warmed up enough. The first set, I don't really feel like doing it. Like the weight is like even 225 on squat feels really heavy now, which is kind of like, that itself is demoralizing, because before, like 275 would feel like nothing, right? Because I used to squat 405 for 5x5, so 275 was like, it felt like air, and now 225 is like a struggle. So I will like lose weight and get in shape over time, as long as I don't get injured. Like this will happen. I'm doing it. I'm finally doing it. Like the scale went up. It went up 4 pounds in 2.5 months, but my pants are falling off. So that's like all muscle that I've gained. And but this is just a change that I've had to get used to. And I don't know. I really hope, I'm like scared that I'm gonna like leave the gym, and that's gonna be my new like normal, I guess. And then I'm gonna give myself permission to leave. So I would never want to leave unless I absolutely have to. And I never want to skip any exercises unless I absolutely have to. Like if there's like an injury risk, like there's like a serious, or not a serious, but there's like a certain potential for injury, then I won't do the set, right? Then it's like, okay, if you're going to be injured, you don't have to do it, but otherwise you have to go. Unless you're really sick or your schizophrenia is really bad, then you have to go. And I kind of dread going to the gym too, like the whole time, like during the day and the day before, like I'm dreading going to the gym again. Like I'm like, oh no, I have to go to the gym. Like that's going to be so hard. That's going to be so tiring. And I'm like looking at like, oh, there's 6 hours to the gym or whatever, 24 hours to the gym. And I actually dread it. Like, even though I know I'm going to enjoy it and be happy, it's really, I hate that. Like, that's a horrible feeling. And I shouldn't be dreading it, because it's like, it should be a fun activity that I love, and it rewards me, and it's going to get me in shape, and it's going to help me get a wife, and maybe help me work full time, because my testosterone will be high. I'll have like motivation and ambition, right? But I just feel so discouraged, and I feel a sense of dread. I think what I have to do is stop thinking that too, and do that positivity like flood into my mind whenever I feel that. Like for a lot, like it takes a lot. I heard it takes like 5 times the positive thoughts to flood out negative thoughts because negative thoughts are so strong. And for me, it feels like it might be like 10 to 20. Like I really have to like drill that in and kind of like David Goggins stuff, like, or he's like super intense about it because I have to take it seriously. Anyway, I have been going. I've been going for 2.5 months, and maybe when the weights get higher, I'll feel better about it. Because right now, I feel weak, and I feel like I'm just like whatever throwing around baby weights. And even though I'm stronger than like most people, and there's like no strong people in this gym either, right? Like there's like one, like you go, you might find one person who's like decently strong, but my old gym had lots of strong people, and this is just like nobody is strong here. So, and I'm going with people, but that doesn't help me at all. I don't really care, but I do kind of feel like when they're not there, I don't want to go as much. So I feel like, oh, I could get away with not going, but I'm like, nope, you're going. It doesn't matter if they're going, you're going, right? You're not them. You're going to get the results. Like I was telling myself that when I was walking over, like you're the one who's going, you're getting the results, and they won't. So, right, and I don't hate them or mad at them, right? Like they have reasons, sometimes legitimate, sometimes not. But it's their life, right? Like I can only help them as much as I can, and yeah. So hopefully, as my testosterone gets higher and my fat gets lower and lowers my estrogen, I don't have so much negativity and neuroticism is what it is, right? Like negative thinking. But it's definitely from the schizophrenia. I doubt it's from the depressive stuff. Or maybe the schizophrenia makes your depression worse. I'm not really sure. I guess I could ask like my therapist or something about that. Anyway, this is getting a little bit long, but yeah, schizophrenia affects everything, even the gym, and it makes it way harder. Like the gym is still relatively easy, right? Like it's easy except for this. Like this is what makes the gym like moderate to hard sometimes. Like it really feels like I'm about to walk out the door. And the dieting is the hardest part though. Like the dieting is brutally hard. Like I can barely diet. I don't know if that's the medication I'm on, Latuda. But the dieting is like absolutely brutal. Absolutely brutal. I can barely diet. And yeah, so I don't know if negativity or the demoralization is slipping into the diet. But definitely, I think it might have some effect. I got to think about that. I'm not sure. Yeah. Anyway, so good luck. If you can, go to the gym. Subscribe, like, comment, whatever. If you have video ideas, feel free to ask, and maybe I'll make them. And yeah, peace and God bless.